Mr. Carney has kept all of Justin Trudeau's immigration numbers, which means the system gets worse and worse and worse. The time has come for decisive action. We have major problems in our job market. Let's look at the facts here. The unemployment rate for those aged 15 to 24 is now 14.6%. The employment rate, the share of young people who are employed, is at its lowest level in over a quarter century outside of the pandemic. 1.6 million Canadians were unemployed in July, 7.4% increase in unemployment insurance requests since Mr. Carney took office. Almost 400,000 Canadians have been continually searching for work for over 2 years, the highest share of long-term unemployment since 1998. There are 16,000 more people unemployed in Ontario than there were in the Great Recession. Ontario has seen a massive increase in job losses and a massive decrease in home building. Nearly 75% of temporary foreign workers that come into the country are for low-wage positions, which means they compete with working class and young people that ultimately drive down wages and drive away jobs. Tim Hortons has hired an unimaginable 1,131% more temporary foreign workers in the last 4 years. In the first half of this year alone, the TFWP program has imported 74% more low-skilled labor than in all of 2015. TFWs, the number of temporary foreign workers, is now 2% of our overall workforce, and a staggering number, an unprecedented number. Now, the Liberals promised they would cap the temporary foreign worker program at 82,000, but in the first 6 months, they've already handed out 105,000 permits. To put this into perspective, if they do the same number of permits for temporary foreign workers in the next 6 months that they did in the last, they will break the record again with over 200,000 temporary foreign workers coming in to take jobs when our own young people are facing record unemployment. The Liberals have to answer. Why is it that they're shutting our own youth out of jobs and replacing them with low-wage temporary foreign workers from poor countries who are ultimately being exploited? And let us say as well, the people, the individual temporary foreign workers, the workers themselves, they are not bad people. They are not the problem. They are being taken advantage of by liberal corporate elites who want to use them to drive down wages. And of course, we continue to support the dream of all immigrants to Canada, immigrants who come here to be Canadian, to get a job, work hard, contribute, and live a good life. That is part of the Canadian promise, and that is not what we're addressing here today. We're addressing a program that temporarily brings people from low-wage countries to replace Canadians and drive down the wages of our people. The time has come for decisive action to stop the Liberals from using our immigration system to pad the pockets of corporate elites and other insiders at the expense of Canadian jobs. Again, the principle is very simple. The principle is very simple. Canadian jobs for Canadian workers. Canada first, Canada always. That's why Conservatives are calling on the Carney government to permanently scrap the temporary foreign worker program and to stop issuing visas for any new temporary foreign workers coming into the country. Under this proposal, existing permits would be wound down until the program is entirely eliminated. Canadian jobs will go to Canadian workers first. It's time that Mr. Carney took the job seriously of repairing the damage that his party has done. Unfortunately, the immigration minister who destroyed the program and caused this mess is now Markcarney's justice minister. You can believe it. He's now gone from creating a housing crisis as housing minister, an immigration crisis as immigration minister, to creating a crime crisis as justice minister. It's the same Liberal team with the same Liberal results. Just a different face who's even worse than the last one.
I would say the following, which is that that program has a role. It has to be focused in terms of its role. And it's part of what we're reviewing. It's part of what we will be discussing, how well the temporary foreign worker program is working and how our overall immigration system is working. We've been absolutely clear as a government that we want, and we're putting in place policies so that the overall level of immigration as a proportion of the population will decline from around 7% today to around 5% several years from now. Now, the biggest contributor to immigration is not temporary foreign workers, it's a variety of other factors. And I will say, et je vais répéter en français parce que c'est important, when I talk to businesses around the country, particularly in Quebec, but elsewhere across the country, their number one issue is tariffs, and their number two issue is access to temporary foreign workers.
This issue of Canadians not getting employment or Canadian jobs being given to the temporary foreign workers need to be addressed. The rate of unemployment in Canada is getting very high, and to an extent I agree with Pierrepoilievre, although some persons are like, the jobs these temporary foreign workers do, most Canadians don't want to do them. How well do you agree with that? Especially those manual jobs. But what I can say at this time is that I don't think Canadians have choice. Let me not say Canadians. I don't think most Canadians have choice anymore now, because unemployment rate is really affecting the country. But then, anytime we hear that they want to put a cap to temporary foreign workers coming into Canada, sometimes I don't really see the effect. I don't know if it's me, but it doesn't really hold weight according to how Poilievre has been talking about this. In fact, for some time now, he has been talking about this issue of Canadians not getting their jobs, but rather temporary foreign workers from outside the country will now come and take the jobs. So what is Markcarney really saying about this? And on Markcarney's side, he also gave his reasons. Okay, yeah, he gave his reasons. So we don't know how this can balance out. But my own point is that unemployment rate is killing Canada, and it's so painful that people very close to me are still looking for jobs. In fact, they are even saying any job now they will do. But guess what? Those jobs are not even readily available. So thanks for watching, and I hope something can be done soon. If you are just joining this channel for the first time, you are highly welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, I greet you, and don't forget to like, comment and share this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and see you all in my next video. Bye.